our university, the Hong Kong Baptist University, has resumed face-to-face classes. So um, so it's been at least half a year since Hong Kong Baptist University suspended face-to-face classes since February. So schools are allowed to resume face-to-face classes in phases, starting from this Monday. And online classes started as early as November for students in Hong Kong um, because of the social movement in Hong Kong, like the anti-extradition bill protest. I'm not a teacher. I'm a student in Hong Kong Baptist University, a final year journalism student. So here I'm going to let you to take a look and see. Um, so this is our canteen in Hong Kong Baptist University. A few minutes ago, it's actually crowded with people. We're in the communication and visual art building in Hong Kong Baptist University. So because it's the first day for us to resume face-to-face classes right now, and for students like me who have just admitted in university last year, we actually only have lessons at school, literally for around 8 weeks only for the whole year because of as I said, the social movement in Hong Kong and the coronavirus situation. So we have suspended the on-campus classes um, since around November. So I'm just going to ask some of my friends to talk about how do they feel about the current face-to-face, the resume of face-to-face classes. So now I have another friend who is also a final year student, journalism student. Uh, she's Sui.
Hi guys.
So what do you think about the arrangement for our school's face-to-face classes right now?
So it's the first time of the school opening day, and all the students need to fill up the declaration form and bring the student card to enter the campus. So I think it's because the first day of the school opening, so the access is not very easy to access into the campus. Even though we need to bring those two items, we can. So in the second time, even we have filled up the health declaration form and bring the students' ID card, and the security still stop us to present the evidence about the recording about the health declaration form to enter the campus. So I think let's see is the in the following day is it more easier to access into the campus.
Yeah. So as you said just now that you have lost your student ID and Hong Kong identification card, right? So is it quite difficult for you to get into the school?
Yes, because the security can't have a strict regulation in the first day. Even I don't have any identification documents or any cards, they still need me to present one of the evidence. So I need to present them my school email in order to get into the campus.
So how long did it take for you to get into the campus? Because that you lost your identification cards. So how long does it take?
I think it takes about 5 to 10 minutes because the security needs to ensure I'm the student of the campus. So he needs to ask someone else to check on if I'm with a student at here, so he will allow me to enter the campus.
So how about the classes? So let me give you some background information first. So as we just said, like we all got a mobile application with us, so we have to fill in an online health declaration form before we enter the campus. So we have to clearly state it that we will not make any false declaration and that we don't have any contact with any positive coronavirus patient. And after that, we will need to tap our student card on the card reader at the entrance of the checkpoint. So I will let you guys see our checkpoints later when I move to the ground floor. And it also suggests us to sit at least a meter apart. And yeah, that's basically it. And also for classes, we have both online classes and face-to-face classes. So later I will have another interviewee from Cassie, but now I'm going to ask about Sui about how's her thought towards the face-to-face classes today. So she got two classes right today.
Yes.
Yeah, she got two classes today. So I'm going to ask her how do she feels about it. So
For me, I think face-to-face teaching is definitely more suitable for students, as we can pay more attention to the class, and it kind of goes smooth in both face-to-face learning and Zoom meeting for the class. So I think it's quite go well today.
So which one do you prefer? You prefer online classes or face-to-face one?
Definitely face-to-face one.
Why? Can you tell me more about it?
I think when you are sitting in the classroom and around with the other student, you definitely pay attention to the class and what the teacher say then when you stay at home and looking at the screen.
Mm-hmm. So that's basically it. Thank you so much. So I'm going to move around the school to let you guys to take a look. So, or maybe we can have a couple more. Oh, okay. It's like, oh, we got Ronald here as well. So he went to cover the Yunnan protest with us with me last time. So
I speak here.
yeah, you can just speak here, I think. So what do you think about the face-to-face resummation?
Actually, compared to Zoom and face-to-face classes, obviously face-to-face classes is more like for students it would be more concentrated as a journalism student, of course, because as for me, in my personal view, uh, having face-to-face classes resuming is a better choice for students to study because actually Zoom is Zoom has difficulty itself from uh, teaching as students and teachers or professors cannot communicate or solve problems in learning directly. And each time we need to, for example, sending emails to professors or asking questions, and this makes uh, these kind of problem-solving procedures more takes much longer time than face-to-face classes. Yes.
So I assume that you prefer face-to-face classes more than online classes, right? So what kind of difficulties other than like sending emails to professor do you have you encountered when you study I mean like online classes through Zoom?
The most the difficulties I've encountered most is I'll lose concentration on having classes, which is because you're just facing the camera and attending lessons rather than you're really listening to a real person or teacher speaking to you and teaching you something. This is one of the yeah, most difficult ones I faced in Zoom. And actually, it doesn't feel. Another one is it doesn't have a great learning atmosphere because there's no one around you. You're just facing the
Hmm.
computer and you're listening and you're typing notes yourself. But rather than Zoom classes, face-to-face classes, one of the advantages is you could meet around and get around with your classmates and you could discuss about it rather than you studying alone.
So how about like what's your thought towards the arrangement for the precaution of coronavirus at school today? Do you think it's okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's fine and normal because like everyone working or studying, having classes normally, and just something different is everyone's wearing masks. So I think this is already enough for the prevention for the virus.
Yeah, that's great because like in Hong Kong we got a COVID-19 restriction for that needs us all to like wear our surgical mask, right? So, well, that's a good thing for us for preventing the spread of coronavirus. So I'm just going to move to the ground floor, so to let you guys see the checkpoints that we have for us um, to peep our to to tap our student card on. So bye guys. So I'm just going to take the stairs out. I'm going to take the stairs now, so to prevent the breaking of the internet. So as I'm going, I'm just going to tell you that so in Hong Kong the coronavirus situation is getting better. Even though like today we got I think around 10 cases today, but even though there's a slight increase of positive cases, but overall it's much better now compared to the beginning. Oh my God. Comparing to the beginning of the third wave. So everything is getting better right now in Hong Kong. And yeah, so as I just said just now, I've interviewed Ronald, who was also one of our reporters on HAPS, and another final year journalism student who also took classes today, and they have just gave their point of views and towards the resume of the face-to-face classes. So I actually have some statistics, some survey that Lingnan University have done about about the online learning. So it shows that around 60% of Hong Kong university students have found online learning not as effective as face-to-face teaching during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yep, so I've now arrived at the front door of this building. We're actually in the communication and visual arts building in Hong Kong Baptist University. So there are some balloons saying that welcome you back, and also um, an announcement telling us to fill in the daily health declaration form. And as I said earlier, we have to ensure that we do not have any close connection with any COVID-19 patients and don't have any symptoms the before entering the campus. So as I move in, you will able to see like this is the student staff card. You have to tap it on after filling in the online form, and we got the temperature taking station here as well. So it can detect our temperature easily to prevent any students or staff or teachers having any fever or yeah something like that. So I'm just going to move around, and later on I'm just going to move around the campus and let you guys see. And later on we'll have Cassie Zhang, who is also a student in Hong Kong Baptist University, but she has just arrived in Hong Kong a week ago, and she will talk about her point of view as a mainland student about the resume of face-to-face classes and her experience about the her experience about crossing the border from mainland from Guangzhou to Hong Kong. So there's a comment asking, how are things going over there? I think it's calming down right now. So the coronavirus cases in Hong Kong is actually getting better. The situation is getting much better than before. So in Hong Kong, in the climax of the third wave, we have around more than 100 cases every day, local cases. And as for today, if I didn't remember wrong, we have around 10 cases only. So it's actually getting much better right now. And other than universities, secondary schools have also resumed their classes. So they have resumed their face-to-face classes um, in different phases. So they first have a couple grades of a couple grades of secondary school students um, to start having those face-to-face classes. Then um, having all together in, like, I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, all secondary school students will start resume their face-to-face classes. And Hong Kong and universities in Hong Kong, part of them, including us, have started the resume of face-to-face classes. Last week, the Hong Kong University also started their classes as well. The question said that it's protest-wise. How are things? So, well, um, so it's very very complicated because there are lots of things happening right now. Um, so there are 12 protesters who have fled to tried to flee and got caught. They're now in China, and it's been, I think, more than 28 days, right? I'm not really sure on the numbers since I don't have any data right now. But it's been quite a number of days since they flee and got caught, and they still haven't handed over to the Hong Kong. They're still in China, and there is also the police have also um, made a regulation towards the media, saying that like they only allow international media and local media to cover the protests, which have aroused a lot of journalism association and student journalists um, to uh, wrote letters to them to talk about their restriction towards towards the fact that they only allow only allow some of the media organizations to cover the protests. Yeah, so that's most of them, and as I see in some of the online forums, um, they some of the protesters are trying to organize a protest, a rally, I think, on the 1st of October, which is um, which is known as the National Day of China. So we're not sure like if it will still go on or anything, but I don't think I can cover that at this moment because, as I said, because the police only allow certain numbers, certain certain media organizations to cover the protests. Otherwise, they will count you as violating the coronavirus restriction. Um, I'm not sure if it's over a month for the protesters who got um, who got detained, and I'm not sure if it's detained, but who flee to protest try to flee, and it's in China right now. I'm not sure if it's over a month. I don't have the figure right now, but I think you guys can check on. I don't know where is it. I don't know where is the place of the protest. So again, you guys should check on it. So moving on about like let's go back to the theme about the Hong Kong, the universities in Hong Kong are resuming resuming face-to-face classes. So, as I said earlier, the Ling Lam University actually did a research about like how university students are handling online learning. So, over 60% of them um, don't think that it is as effective as face-to-face learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. And and quite a number of them think that one of the issue is because of the connection, the internet connection. So, well, I think most of the students in all around the world have tried to use Zoom, right? So it's sometimes difficult for them to stay online. So that's why they think that one of the problem about online learning is the stability of the internet. So, um, oh, actually, I just passed. I'm almost there. So there are also some arrangement for our school's canteen and takeaway to prevent the virus from spreading around. I think I'm about to arrive one of the canteen, but I can talk to you about the arrangement first. So first of all, they have some infection control measurements. So we also have to check our body temperature, wear mask, and have kind of like social distancing from tables to tables. And we also have self-service order, and we also um, encourage to grab and go counters to take away. Yeah. So we also have microwave often for students to use. So let me go check out one of the restaurants and see if they're open. I'm not sure because I'm actually just hanging around. I'm waiting for the interviewee to be available right now. Yes, you can see. Can you guys see? This is one of our canteens, and as I mentioned earlier, they encourage takeaway to prevent those virus from spreading around. Yeah, I'm not going to enter the restaurant since well, I have my lunch already, and I'm about to do an interview with a mainland student who just came back to Hong Kong. So let me try and see if I can connect her right now. Hang on a second. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just trying to send her the invitation, but still not sure. It's my first time doing an interview on this application, so bear with me. Sorry. Not sure if it's because she haven't answered my message or not. So yeah, I'm just going to walk around the campus and maybe wait while talking to you guys about our school's resume face to face. Hello, everyone. So, oh, I'm doing great, and it's my first day coming back to school um, since it closed down, suspended the face to face classes. So it's my first day coming back, and I'm really happy about it. And well, this is our campus, half of it, half of our campus. I'm just walking around to let you guys see. So as I mentioned earlier, we got different arrangement for for student staff, administrative staff. to enter the campus. Like we have to take temperatures, wear masks, try to stay social distancing, and well, actually, I can talk about one of my experience at one class. So normally we got like a very small, not very small, but a normal classroom, which I think the school is worried that we might easily like it would be quite easy if we could catch this virus if we stay too close, obviously. So they have opened up um, the other classroom. They have merged them into one. So the area has gone bigger. We can like um, spread to um, the whole, both of the classroom, so that we can have our social distancing. Yeah, hang on. It's so weird. I can't connect with her. So sorry about that. So yeah, that's basically what is happening right now in Hong Kong. And our school is actually having both both online classes and face-to-face classes at the same time. So um, of course, students in Hong Kong, we will come back to. Oh, hang on a second. Trying so hard to invite my guest here, but not sure why she didn't get my message. Sorry about that. So yeah, as we're waiting for my interviewee, um, oh sorry, yes, oh sorry, it should be. Yes, I can't connect with my interviewee right now, just to let you guys know. But I think we might need to wait for her for a while. I'm not sure for that. So, yeah. So that's basically it about um, our arrangement for school. And and compared to previously, actually, we don't have that much of students here right now. Um, from my observation, um, it's not as crowded as before. Maybe because like some of the students aren't in Hong Kong right now and trying to get back, maybe in quarantine. So um, it's not as crowded as before. And actually, the school is trying very hard for us to let us to stay in social distancing as well. Today, I also passed by a secondary school, which, well, as I said earlier, they have also started to resume face-to-face classes. So, um, well, they also have a temperature taking station. So, all parents, administrative staff, students, all of them, literally everyone, have to pass by it and like pass the so-called test for temperature, and then have to sanitize their hands before getting in or getting out of the building of the school. Of course, we also have that in our university. Um, yeah, but for for secondary schools, they actually have, I think, like half day classes instead of whole day. So yeah, they can get off school um, after they finish their morning classes. so sorry that I'm still trying to figure out how to connect with my interviewee right now. Not sure why it isn't working. So maybe I have to um, restart this live streaming and try to connect with her. Um, I hope I can like solve this technical problem. Sorry, solve this technical problem in around 5 minutes. And yeah, please stay online, and I will try to get back as soon as possible. Sorry